Okay, let's talk about lists. You probably came across bullet point list sometime. And how do we do that in HTML? Well, this is a little bit more complex than the just paragraph tag that has an opening and closing tag. In this case, we first got to start off with a tag that's going to contain the whole list. And then for each item in the list, that's also going to require one list item tag. So start it off less than. Now the name of the element here is UL and then greater than. And make sure to add the closing tag as well. My environment adds it automatically, but if you didn't have that, you have to type it out, so don't forget. Anyway, in between the opening and closing tags, now we have to say the list items. So we're going to make an element here, less than. The name is li, greater than, and then it always adds the closing. It's kind of annoying, but that's the way it is. And then I type in between the opening and closing tag, first point. Now, UL stands for unordered list, and LI stands for list item. If I click and run in the top left, I can see now first point, what I typed between the LI tags now appears in a bullet point list. You can see the bullet there on the left-hand side. Okay, so if you want to add another bullet point, all you have to do is follow with another LI here. So either before or after. For example, second point here, after the closing of the first li, I open another one, less than li, greater than, type in second point, which is the text I want to make appear in the list point, and then finish it off with the less than /li greater than. That's the closing tag. Now I can click run at the top left and now see second point. Okay, if you notice, I wrote them in the same line in the code, but they appear in different lines. Okay, so the code lines, the spacing doesn't really matter. So I could have them in another line and the effect, the outcome would be the same. So I think this is the best way to visualize a list instead of having everything in one single line. So I like to add one line break there and have one list item per line. So you can go ahead and add a third one, follow the same pattern, make an li here, close the li, and in between the opening and closing, you can write the text. Third point, click run at the top left, and you see the third point now appear. So you can keep going forever, and it will keep adding bullet points. All right, so you've probably also seen other kind of lists, like a numbered list that, 1 dot whatever, 2 dot second point, 3 dot. That's very easy to do. We follow the same pattern as the unordered list, but in that case, we call it a ordered list. So instead of UL, you just say OL. So replace the open tag name with OL and also the closing tag name with OL. Okay, make sure they both are changed to the name OL. And then you click run in the top left, you will see that numbers appeared to the left-hand side of each point, of each list item element here. So it does the number automatically. You don't have to type 1, 2, 3, and so on. It does everything for you. So if I were to add, like after the first point, an li in between, you will see that it will push all the other numbers down to be 3 and 4, and this one is going to be take the number 2.